Walking with Bartram.
We didn't anticipate a week earlier that we were going to have record rainfall on a 24-hour period. So we proceeded on, and we had to do an in and out instead of a point to point.
Russell Bridge to Bynum Branch and back again.
As Bartram came into this valley, this is not the route that he took. His destination was Coweta, which is the Middletown capital of the Cherokees. Bartram came straight down the Little Tennessee Valley. So the trail corridor, when the trail corridor was established, it was agreed that it needed to be within a 30-mile corridor of the travels that Bartram actually took. So we'll be exploring that corridor.
The most comprehensive and best book that you could possibly buy on Bartram's travels was by Francis Harper. And his book is very thick and very exhaustive. And so I use that as my basic research book on travels to begin my mapping. So Bartram crossed over Oconee Mountain in upper South Carolina. And normally he would have come across War Woman Ford, which is where I'm standing right now. But it appears by studying his mileages that he deviated from that course just a little bit and took another Indian trail and went to Chattooga Old Town.
Passed through magnificent high forests and then came upon the borders of an ample meadow on the left, embroidered by the shade of a high circular amphitheater of hills, the circular ridges rising magnificently, one over the other. On the green turfy bases of these ascents appear the ruins of a town of the ancients.
That can only match Chattooga Old Town.
So we've been walking down the Chattooga. This is the West Fork coming in. That would be Chattooga Old Town, straight across the river over there.
He said he crossed a branch of the Tugaloo River. It appears to me that he followed the creeks up towards Highland, modern Highlands, and got up around Mount Satula and named it Mount Magnolia, because when he was up there, he looked off and he saw this flat plateau. That can only match the Highlands plateau. He left there and he describes Falling Creek. Well, the creek falling from Highlands back down into the Chattooga perfectly matches his descriptions of that creek also. And then, of course, he would have ridden down and then intersected back into War Woman Creek and Road. He then left there and he worked his way towards Clayton, Georgia, which in those days was it was the ruins of Stecoa Old Town. That was a Cherokee town that was destroyed by Creek Indians in the 1750s or so.
Now that flooding or a creek? Must be a creek.
The hikes are always dependent upon weather and how far we can actually make it, and can we even do it.
The Chattooga is a National Wild and Scenic River. It is a natural flow river. And what that means is that the whole river is fed by creeks and streams and rainwater. There are 0 dams on the Chattooga River.
What do you put in for section 2?
Yeah.
The river can fluctuate in height. If it rains a lot, it creates kind of a flood stage, which can make the river super fun, but it can also make the river super dangerous.
Stay away from the banks.
That's some information that you've got to kind of be aware of, even when you're hiking trails. Muddy.
This was the old Holden farm. If you're driving down 28, you'll see a sign for Holden Cemetery.
Oh yeah.
So there's a cemetery up above us.
If you're coming in and you know that it's been raining and torrential downpour,
So this is normally not here at all.
No.
you gotta be aware that it's gonna be slippery. There might be bridges that are underwater and you might not even be able to access some of these trails. We have to fit to Mother Nature's bill versus Mother Nature trying to fit what we have planned for the day.
This to me is the first bird I always hear, though, that I know like spring is actually here. The blue-headed vireo over here. They're setting their territories right now.
Yeah.
Getting their breeding territories established.
I can hear that.
Yeah.
He's making a song. He's singing a song. Looking for a mate.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear that. Where are you? Here I am. I hope that people hike this trail and do get more than just an exercise experience. And I don't think most Americans are out on trails like this for that, sole reason anyway.
Could be.
But I don't think we've gone far enough. Good place to want to.
If the pandemic's revealed anything, it's like nature is one place where people want to get that they feel safe.
This is actually Bynum Branch, where we stopped for lunch. Because of the water level, we were unable to leave cars at Sandy Ford, and Dix Creek Bridge had washed out. Therefore, we turned around here and hiked back out. Join us next time for the second section of our hike, Bynum Branch to Sandy Ford. Connect with us on YouTube or Facebook.